Guys, all the cars that you see in these videos are for sale on my website, www.woodsandbarclay.com. Enjoy the video. Hello everyone, welcome back to the series on the Biscayne Blue 1983 300D. I'm done with all the mechanical repairs and Scott has finished detailing the vehicle, and today is the final walk around. Now on the website, I think there's 6 or 7 videos that show every detail about what was done to this car. So please go to the website, woodsandbarclay.com, so you can see those videos and it'll answer all of your questions. So without further ado, let's go ahead and start the walk around. So this time of year is always a little challenging with walk around videos. It's only 4:30 and the sun is back behind those trees. So I'm going to do the best I can to eliminate, the strange shadows. But let's go ahead and do the walk around, and I'm going to read off everything that I've done to the vehicle. Installed new brake hoses on the front and rear. Installed new ball joints on the front suspension. Put in new front wheel bearings and seals and re-greased the wheel bearings. New rear sway bar end links. New AC compressor. New AC receiver dryer. New AC pressure switch and temp switch. I rebuilt the AC manifold hose. Found a small leak in the manifold hose. I installed a new Bosch primer pump. Did an oil and filter change, brake fluid change. I installed a new gauge dimmer switch. Installed all new vacuum door lock actuators in all the doors. Replaced the power window relay. Replaced the missing battery hold down brackets. I re-glued a couple of the wood trim pieces. And then Scott, of course, professionally detailed the vehicle, pressure washed the undercarriage, and buffed and polished the car. And guys, this is an amazing color. It is called Biscayne Blue. There's a little shadow here from that tree. Let me get over here and you can kind of see better. Yeah. Check out that color. It's not like China blue. It's called Biscayne Blue, and it's an amazing color. It's not as dark as midnight blue or surf blue. It's a little lighter, and it just looks really, really good. Let's go ahead and zoom in to some of the details. So up here on the front of the car, here's original little German grill badge that was installed on here. I thought that looked really awesome, so I chose not to remove that. Either the original owner or Gunner, the collector that I got the car from, put that on there, and I just think it looks awesome. You can see these are the original Bosch headlight bezels. Bosch, made in Germany. The original anodized aluminum trim on the grill. I mean, you can see my reflection right there. Look how good it is. This is what a car looks like that was garage kept its entire life. No dents or dings or anything messed up here on the grill. The white in the Mercedes Star and the blue, white and blue paint are still very bright. Looks fantastic. The bumpers and chrome grille. I mean, look at the reflection of the lights right there on the chrome. That tells you the condition. The black bumpers and moldings are all beautiful. Again, Bosch, made in Germany. Now, Scott has professionally buffed and polished the car, and I mean, you can see the reflection right there of the power lines. It came out. This is 100% original paint, and there's my shop reflecting off of it there. The paint is in remarkable condition. Those are the original bunt wheels. They have not been repainted. That's the original paint from 1983, and it's in immaculate condition. Also, when I got the car, Gunner had installed some of the Michelin Defenders, and you can't get those anymore. And I think Gunner said he had about 20 miles on them, and they are fantastic condition. And I chose not to change these tires because when Michelin was making Defenders for these cars, this was the best tire you could get for these cars. And these are in outstanding condition, no reason to change these. If we zoom in here on the molding, the side trim, you can see how bright it is, and it hasn't faded. You know, the rubber piece here has not faded out due to sun damage. Still has the original Mercedes windshield and the quality control sticker. Very rare to see this sticker. That one got taken off the most. Over here on this side, it still has the original Mercedes-Benz sticker on the original windshield. You can see the anodized aluminum trim. Yeah, that's as good as it gets. The windshield gasket on this car, I would say, is flawless. It's still soft. Absolutely no reason whatsoever to change this windshield gasket. All of the bright work, I would say that's as good as it gets, other than my fingerprints that I got on here. I'll wipe that off. The sunroof gasket, beautiful condition. No reason to change the gasket up here. All of the black moldings around the car. This is a preservation class car. Lived in a garage its entire life. It only has 48,000 miles on it. Hirschman antenna, chrome bezel. Again, look at the original wheels. Has the original glass back here. There's the Mercedes emblem. First aid kit is in there also. There's no damage, no cracks to the taillights. Oh, Stuttgart, that's a cool. It has the Germany badge on the front and the Stuttgart badge on the back. I'm definitely leaving those. I think they're really, really cool and go with the car. See, the bumpers in chrome are beautiful condition. This would be a 1983 300D that you could take to your local Mercedes-Benz Club of America car show and win first place in its class. This is a first place trophy winning car. I mean, you guys can pretty much see that from this video. Still has the original diesel sticker, your tire pressure, even the zinc plating is still on the little holding bracket for your fuel cap. The rubber stoppers are still intact. You don't see cars like this every day, guys, especially with 48,000 miles on them. Again, other than my fingerprints on here, I would say this is flawless anodized aluminum trim. The window brushes, see how they're not cracked? Normally you'll get cracks in these where they dry out and they start to rot. That's from UV damage, and this car obviously never sat outside. All of it's in beautiful condition. Original sticker, you can see it's starting to come off just a little bit here and here, but that's the original sticker from 1983. Let's go ahead and peek at the interior. This is probably the nicest 300D interior I've ever seen. It's always the best shot of the interior from the passenger door here. And check this out. Of course, Scott has vacuumed, shampooed, cleaned all the carpets. We have the floor mats wrapped in plastic. There's the original carpets under here, like new condition. These are also the original floor mats. This is the original dash and all of the original wood. That is a show car preservation class dash and wood. No cracks, no chips, other than my fingerprints I seem to always have my fingerprints on things. I'll wipe that off here in a minute. Beautiful condition. It's not faded. There's no sun damage. The B-pillar piping, that's a felt piping that's on here. You can see the windlace. I always try to describe it. It's almost like pool table felt. You know, the felt you would have on a pool table. That's what it feels like. It's not faded. It's not ripped or torn. That would be like new condition. One of the amazing things about this car, and I rarely ever see this, is the plastic trim around the windows. This is not wrinkled. Normally, you know, from heat and UV, these wrinkle really bad. You do not have any of that on this car. The door cards, you can see a little wrinkling has started there and right there. That's just how these cars age, guys. But that is one of the best door cards I've ever seen. Let's go ahead and peek back here in the back. We'll go around to the driver's side too. Yeah, this door card's even better. It does have some wrinkling right there. Like I said, that's how they age. But what the rare part is that there's no wrinkles in this. I mean, I almost never see that. The gasket, beautiful condition. Look at this gasket up here. That is a beautiful original gasket. And you'll see, look, there's a little split right there. Guys, that's where they vulcanized the rubber and they attached the gasket to itself when they were making it in the factory. Do not change these gaskets. I see that on a lot of cars. That will not leak and does not affect that gasket at all. Please don't ever change gaskets in this condition. These are beautiful condition. You can see the seat nets, they're not all sagged and drooping down. The elastic bands are still have elasticity to them. Of course, we vacuumed all the carpets and shampooed everything. I don't think anybody ever sat back here in the back. Of course, there's our first aid kit back here. See if I can get this open. Here we go. Original Mercedes first aid kit. The earlier cars, they put them in a hard box like that. The later cars, they switched over to like a plastic or like a bag almost. The headliner, perfect condition. Again, we're looking at the B-pillar piping back here. This is something that often rips or tears. You don't have any of that. The windlace is beautiful condition. Let's go ahead and walk around to the driver's side. Also, watch how the doors shut. The reason they shut so well is because the strikers, see these little rubber tabs right here? Those were probably replaced at some point, because when those rubber tabs break off, that's what causes the door not to shut and you have to slam it. That little rubber tab hits the striker right before the door shuts and kicks it back and makes them latch. Check this out. Let's go look at the driver's side. So check out the driver's seat. You can tell these low mileage cars because they never have any wear on the bolster. That's normally where you get all your wear. You'll get a tear or some cracking there. This car does not have any of it. That would be a mint condition, like new seat. This is MB Tex. And on the earlier cars, you notice you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pleats. I think they changed it to 6 pleats in 1984. I like these early seats. You can see how firm it is. It's not a classic, you know, if you see a higher mileage 123, the seats will sometimes lean to the left. That's because the springs are worn out. There's nothing worn out in this car. All the original stickers from the factory. Even the little vacuum and electrical wire connections that go through here, The little accordion tube is still on there. Again, this is not torn up or wrinkled. That's extremely rare to see that. I see a few cars every year like that. The gaskets up here, beautiful condition. Here we can see the mileage. Let's see, 48,141. Here, let me turn the steering wheel so you guys can see that. There we go, 48,141 miles. Remarkably low mileage. All the wood. You also see the buttons and switches. None of the icons are worn off. Oftentimes on the driver's side here, these little graphic icons here will wear off from use. Look at this wood. That's the original wood from 1983. Also, the wood is different in every car. And this one, you'll notice, see how the Zebrano stripes are very thick and far apart? See, they're very pronounced. The wood they chose to go in this car is really, really nice. Beautiful condition. And we'll look over here also at this B-pillar piping. The door striker, see your tab is still there. Watch how easy the door shuts. That's how they're supposed to be, guys. All the wind lace is beautiful. Let's take a peek here in the back. You got some wrinkling that started back here. Again, normal for a 300D. That's how they age. Wipe my little handprints off of there. I seem to get my greasy mechanic hands at least somewhere on a car every time I do a video shoot. Gaskets are beautiful. I don't really know what else to say. I mean, what you're looking at is one of the nicest 300Ds in the country. What we can do next, let's here, let me take this steering wheel wrap off of here. I think I tore it when I was trying to change the wheel around earlier. Scott always disinfects the steering wheels and puts those wraps on there. Let's go ahead and get in the car, and I'll show you that all the features and functions work. Actually, first, let's look under the hood. This is pretty amazing right here. Check this out. Guys, this is all of the original yellow zinc dichromate plating from 1983. I haven't replated this car. A lot of cars I'll replate if this is worn off, but it's still all on here in beautiful condition. Throttle linkage is excellent condition. A valve adjustment has been done and all the throttle linkage has been lubricated. Also installed a new hood pad. I don't know if I mentioned that. Brand new hood pad. You can see the zinc plating is still intact on the radiator and fan shroud clips. This is a preservation class show car, guys. This is as close as what they would have looked like new from the factory. Beautiful condition. Let me fire it up. We'll do a quick blow-by check. See, our glow plugs come on. Good idle RPM. Good oil pressure. You can see it's a cold engine. I just put a full tank of gas in it. I'm sorry, a full tank of diesel. An engine like this does not have blow-by, but we'll go ahead and show you. Absolutely zero blow-by. Also, look how smooth the engine is. Excellent condition engine mounts. I'm sure those were changed at some point because they're great condition. Just a smooth running, awesome 300D. Watch the test drive video and I show the 0 to 60 times. This is a very healthy engine. Let's go ahead and do a engine shut off here. Actually, we'll leave the hood open here and I'll go ahead and show you that everything operates correctly on the interior. First, we're going to do the vacuum locks. So you can watch the video where I repaired locking the driver's side where I repaired all the vacuum locks. I changed the door actuators in every door. There was a small tear in one and it was causing a vacuum leak. Watch how fast they are now. Unlocking. See how quick they come up? And also the trunk and the fuel door correctly lock. Let me lock them one more time for you. Locking. See how fast those go down? We've redone the AC. It's a little chilly out here now, so it'll have to be used probably next summer. But the center vents correctly open and we have cold AC. Now if I switch to heater, the center vents correctly close. It's no longer blowing and we're just getting heat out of that. Well, it's not warm yet. The car has to heat up. But look at the test drive video. I demonstrate the heater once the car warms up. All that's 100% working. Let's go ahead and turn that off. We'll do the windows here. Let me move the steering wheel cover out of the way. All right, here we go. You can see the windows work excellent. And we'll do the driver's side. Excellent condition. Everything works on this car, guys. Let's do the sunroof. Go ahead and hold that down. And you can see this has been lubricated, and you can see the wind dam also correctly popped up. See, that pops up when you open the sunroof, and it'll correctly close too. Let me go ahead and close the sunroof and watch the wind dam here. See how it folds down? All the visor mirrors are crack free. Beautiful condition. No cracks around the edges. That's very common on 300Ds. They're all beautiful condition. Let's put the radio up. The antenna up and turn on the radio. See, we'll do up. We'll turn it on here. I did rebuild the Hirschman antenna. You can watch the video on the website showing how I refurbished that. Works perfect. Let me go ahead and show you that the fader correctly works. Hang on, let me turn that down. The fader is now in the back. Now it's back in the front speakers. All that works correct. All right, let's put down the antenna, turn off the radio. You don't have to click that switch. Well, I didn't get out here in time, but the antenna just went down correctly. Everything is 100% working. All right, let's do an engine shut off. The Mercedes service manual says a healthy vacuum system should have engine shut off within 2 seconds. Ready? 1,000. Okay, I almost got to 2. It was about 1.5 seconds. Excellent, healthy vacuum system. What else can I show you guys here? I've showed you all these features. Oh, here's the rear light. So I don't know if you guys will be able to see this. I turn on the light, see it turning on and off in the back. And of course the defrost works. Everything works in this car. All right, guys, I'm gonna pull it into the shop, show you that all the interior lights are working. I'll turn out the lights in the shop so you guys can see that. Shut the hood here. Absolutely beautiful car. All right, guys, I'm back in the shop. I have the lights out. I wanted to show you that the trunk light correctly works here. And this is a piece of plastic I just have back here. I'm going to cover the car so we don't get any dust on it. But let me show you all the interior lights work correctly. All right, I'm going to turn out the light on the camera. All right, and let's turn out the overhead light. It should go out here in a few seconds. All right, there we go. So I'm gonna turn on the headlights. There we go. I put a new dimmer switch, and you can see that the dimmer correctly dims and brightens the gauge cluster. Now also, that is wired in to all the lights down here. We replaced any bulbs as needed, and all this correctly dims and brightens. Also, if I do the hazard switch, you can see that correctly works. If I do the brights, if I put on the fog lights, see the yellow hue appears there, off, on, off, on. Also, there's our bright indicator. I made sure everything is working. Just wanted to show you guys that. I almost forgot to show in the trunk. Back here in the trunk, we have the original bunt. That is from 1983. See the dot right there? That designated on the assembly line that this is the one that goes in the trunk. And you can see how it's still gold? The zinc dichromate plating is still in there. That's never been installed on a car. That's the original tire from 1983. See the curb guard, that little bump there? That's how they did them in 1983. There's your lug bolt hang tag. Now also, if you watch the video when I picked up the car from Gunner, he had all of the original service records and documentation. That is all in this bag right here. He also had a bunch of extra stuff like antenna cleaners, a parts guide, all kinds of fuses, handwritten service records, all kinds of stuff here. And he also had tons of how-to repair guides. And you can see all of that in the original video when I picked the car up from Gunner. We go into great detail about all of this, but that is all going to be back here in the trunk. Guys, I'm in the shop. I have these neon lights up here. I just wanted to see you guys to see this paint when it's inside under these shop lights, how beautiful it looks. This is all original paint, show car condition. Check that out. That's as good as it gets, guys. Well, guys, that is it for the official walk-around video on the Biscayne Blue 1983 300D. Like I said, on the website, there are 6, maybe 7 videos showing every single detail of what I talked about in this walk-around, so you can see me actually doing the work. So anyway, shoot me an email, call me if you have any questions. Hope you enjoyed the video. We'll see you next time. And there you go. I got it covered in plastic so I don't get any dust on it. And that's where it's going to be sitting.